All right, welcome to the show. Now that I'm done fat shaming, I'd like to welcome Steve Baker, Blaze Media's investigative journalist, along with Lieutenant Colonel Alan West, who it's been too long, of course, Dallas County GOP chairman.
Glad to be with you.
Man of many talents and trades. And he said that he would forgive me for wearing my
other
Longhorn.
orange. The other orange.
It's a nice orange. You disagree?
It's like cow patty brown.
It's just that it's the real UT, you know?
Okay, we've had this discussion before. There is no Texas without Tennessee volunteers.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's.
I was just trying to trigger you a little bit before we got into it. I just want to get your blood pumping a little bit, Colonel.
I'm always calm.
I know.
Trigger.
I know. Okay, well, maybe this might do it. We have new documents released by the DOJ that further incriminate. You know, we've been talking about this Trump-Russia collusion and how deep the rot gets and how high the lie went. We've got these documents now that further incriminate Hillary Clinton, and also, you're going to be shocked to hear George Soros was involved. What? Oh my gosh. Where are my pearls? I never would have guessed that. So you have Chuck Grassley, who released a previously sealed section of the Durham probe today. And the probe, when they released it in 2023, did not contain this classified 29-page appendix. And now we have it. So the appendix claimed that Russian hackers obtained emails from Leonard Bernardo, who was regional director for Eurasia at the Open Society Foundation, which was, of course, founded by the one and only George Soros. And later, a Clinton campaign advisor, Julianne Smith, was linked to this Russia collusion hoax in an email from Bernardo. It was sent on July 25th, 2023. The media analysis on the DNC hacking appears solid. Julie, this is the Clinton campaign advisor, says it will be a long-term affair to demonize Putin and Trump. Now it is good for a post-convention bounce. Later, the FBI will put more oil into the fire. And then the appendix went on to explain what the FBI actually did. During the first stage of the campaign, due to lack of direct evidence, it was decided to disseminate the necessary information through the FBI-affiliated technical structures, in particular the CrowdStrike and Threat Connect companies, from where the information would then be disseminated through leading U.S. publications. And then we also have this gem from Hillary Clinton's people herself. I don't know why you put this in writing. HRC, Hillary Rodham Clinton, approved Julie's idea about Trump and Russian hackers hampering U.S. elections. This should distract people from her own missing email, especially if the affair goes to the Olympic level. I'll go on to this email here, but I just love that, why are you using initials at that point? We don't know. Who is it? Gosh, let me scratch my head. I don't know who HRC could possibly be. Thank you for putting in writing that HRC approves of the idea. Thank you very much. They said, the point is making the Russian play a U.S. domestic issue. Say something like a critical infrastructure threat for the election to feel manic, since both POTUS and VPOTUS have acknowledged the fact that the intelligence community would speed up searching for evidence that is regrettably still unavailable. And then, of course, you have a couple days later, Crossfire Hurricane that was created on July 31st, 2016. So it just, the rot goes so deep. And I find myself more and more enraged. It's like, you know that these people are up to no good and you know that these people are behind it. But when you actually get it on paper, you have what seems to be, to me, like the smoking guns. And it's like, okay, what are we doing? Where are we going? Who's getting arrested and when?
Well, that's the whole point. I mean, I think now is the time when everyone should come out and use that famous line that Democrats always use, no one is above the law. And make them eat that crow, 24/7, 365. We don't need congressional hearings. We don't need more talk or blather or things of that nature. We need to see indictments. We need to see people being held accountable. And you're right. This goes Brennan, Comey, Peter Strzok, McCabe, all of these individuals, what's the other guy, Clapper, all the way down to Hillary Clinton. And you're right, the famous billionaire that it seems that the left loves when they talk about getting rid of every other billionaire, but George Soros is their billionaire. This guy is working to undermine our constitutional republic, and they are as well. And so, again, when are we going to hold them accountable and responsible? So by the end of the year, we should have indictments on all of these people.
And if we don't get that, that's when I don't like characterizing this as our team and their team and this. Look, we feel like right now that these intelligence community leaders are working for the American people. It's what it feels like. I mean, normally their activities are so siloed between each other. There's no cooperation whatsoever with Tulsi Gabbard's new mandate and the directive from the president for this new Directors Initiatives group that she has. She seems to be making progress. And we were, very happy to see Ratcliffe join the club in the release of this. Maybe things are happening. Maybe things are starting to come around. We're very close, and on quite a few things of getting the final missing pieces of the puzzle of what we've been missing on so many topics. We're talking about the assassination attempts. Obviously, this situation. I was made aware a week ago today of how close Hillary was to the CrowdStrike, and basically that was her authorization. It flat out came from her. And so I did not even expect to see that this quickly, this soon come out. And so very happy about it.
Yeah.
Now, this whole ball has to be
So
handed.
what?
Right,
The baton has to now be handed off to the DOJ, and they have to do their job.
But that's led by Pam Bondi.
It is.
And I'm just saying, I haven't seen much from her so far, and kind of a disappointment. Was she there when you were in Florida?
Yes, we won't talk about that.
Oh.
We'll move on.
Oh.
This is a public program.
Oh. Well, I can't wait to go to break and ask all the questions. But okay, then you won't say it. I will say.
Well, look, I'll say it. Everyone knows about the voter fraud that happened in my reelection race. She was the attorney general at the time, and Rick Scott was the governor. Nothing was done. I mean, you can't have 112% voter turnout in precincts in St. Lucie County. You can't have a supervisor of election that is on tape going into the warehouse that stores the ballots in the middle of the night, and you provide all of this evidence, and nothing gets done. So I said my piece.
Only 112%?
Only 112%. I was really upset. I was shooting for 120%.
That would have been record.
I did go to Tennessee, but I do understand math.
Right. Yeah, I mean, so then let me ask this. Did she or the governor at the time, were they connected at all, friendly with anyone who was your opposition?
Just remember that it was Republicans that redistricted me out in 2012. So, there was a whole cabal that was there in Florida that I really don't think very highly of. I'll just leave it as that.
And that's what, I mean, I think that's what the most frustrating thing for me is because I love that President Trump values loyalty. I do think that it is smart, especially considering his last administration. There was a leak every single day. There were anonymous op-eds being written in the New York Times about how we needed to remove him because he wasn't fit for the presidency. And I mean, it's like I understand you get to the point where you're like, I need loyal people. But sometimes I feel like it's to a fault in that someone's your friend, and you're just like, oh, yes, you as AG. And it's like, God, I just feel like we could have done so much better there.
Yeah, well, that's it. Look, we keep being asked to be patient.
Right.
The biggest offender of the patient's tweets, of course, has been Dan Bongino.
Yeah.
And He's done it several times.
Who also is being like a little bit conflicting on that, because then he'll I mean, what did he say over the weekend? He was like, what I saw shocked me to my core.
Right.
That's sensationalism.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, care to share with the class, Dan? I'd love to hear more about it. You can't just say that and then not tell us.
And then there's a behind the scenes campaign coming from FBI in particular to demand patience of journalists. And I was one of those that was contacted. We know that others were contacted. Then I start getting major media journalists calling me to go, is this true? We're hearing it from other sources. Did you get contacted as well? Yes, I did. How did you handle it? I told them to take a flying leap off the 7th floor of the Hoover building. But I didn't out the person that did it, but I've talked about it openly that at 1:30 in the morning, I get contacted by somebody on the 7th floor telling me to back off, and then also telling me to be patient. It's coming. Okay, I understand that. And I get it, because I know, working with the different groups that I am working with closely, how long and how much of a struggle it has taken, not just to get it through an operational look. They're fighting their own team half the time. To get this new J6 committee formed, they're fighting their own team. It wasn't the Democrats holding it up. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have a lot to reconcile with, I guess, in the midterms, because, I mean, you're saying it wasn't the Democrats who held it up. I mean, it's not the Democrats who are going to hold any of this up. There's so much of the America First agenda that has not been codified. And who do we have to blame for that? It's Republicans. There's a lot that they're holding up. If you like this clip and you want to see the full episode, click here. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, come on, you know you do. Click here.